women can build wealth fast, and it has to be real wealth. Okay, and I'm talking about real wealth really because why not? God, welcome. I'm super glad that you're here. Excited. My name is Chisom, and as usual, I'm always here at this time anyway. But today is the beginning of fresh things because we are looking at a new perspective, a new audience. But of course, as usual, everything concerns one gender concerns us all, because why not? Okay, so today we are starting off with the oh my gosh, Harmony series with Chisom. Hey, somebody dropped me an accolade. Oh my gosh, Karen is here. Hi, Karen. Good evening. How are you today, too? I am great. So, this is the beginning of something really amazing. This is the first time in my life. Okay, you're driving and be listening. Oh my gosh, this is so encouraging. Hi, my nephew is so excited. Okay, so I'm happy that you're here, Karen, and everyone coming in. So this is the first episode of her Money series with Chisom. I thought about this idea, remember, on our last stream, and I said, oh, I'll have to go another 30 days. And because March is dedicated for Women's Day and Women's Week or Women's Month, as long as I'm concerned, I thought, why not? The theme of my channel here is about money, and since women are having the cake in March, why not let's do this? And I decided I was going to flag it off today. And of course, I'm going to also be having some powerful women on this show. Karen, you have to be one of my speakers on this 30 days journey. You know, we go live together and we talk about the things that make you excited and how you make money. And we're going to tell a lot of money stories in these 30 days. So for everyone watching, remember that when you come on the stream, the first thing to do is to like this video, is to subscribe, check in again whether you're really subscribed, and of course drop a comment. Let me give you a shout out, because you're not just a number, you're a distinguished fellow. And this is my absolute pleasure to be hosting this tonight. I did some research, and it said that about 90% of women at some point in their lives will manage their finances alone. And the truth is, when you look at how girls are socialized, especially from Africa, where I'm from, we are not taught to even understand money and how it works. So how could a gender who has such responsibility not be schooled, not ready for it? Please like my video and subscribe, guys. I can see you. Drop a comment so that I can give you a shout out. So this 30 days is dedicated to women. Hi, my husband is here. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Welcome on the live stream. Okay, so how will women who have such huge responsibility with money not understand how it works? And that's what made me feel this is the first time ever I'm organizing stuff for women. And if you know me, I have a men channel. I have always done more things for men in that sense. Okay, I've done for single older women as well, because I used to be a single older woman who was, before I got married a few years ago. So, hi, Temitokbe. Oh my gosh, good to see you. Welcome on the stream. This is Harmony. We're going to talk a lot about money. Temitokbe, you should come live with me one of these days. Today is the first day of 30 days of discussions around money, finance, money in the corporate world, money in the business world, and how women can access them and get ready for them. I hope you are excited as well. And it's going to hold at this time every day till the 29th of March. I'm super glad to have all of you as my first guest on this show. And I'm talking about the fact that by research, 90% of women are going to have to manage money alone. Apart from growing up, at the point where they get married and then till death do us part, women have to manage money many times, 90% more the time. And many times we are the women who are the people who are not prepared to handle money in the sense of managing it properly. Now, why is it important that women should take charge of money and everything about them? What do you think? I need comments in the comment section. Why do you really think? Is this something that you think is really important, the way I'm seeing it? Please let me know your view. Why do you think women should take charge of their money? Really, apart from what I have said, in your own opinion, from what you have seen. while I'm discussing this. I want to read your own comments as well. So I said women uh, uh, are schooled or socialized to be dependent financially, and that is why I think that we need to get off that whole schooling, bringing up girls to think that, oh, daddy is going to be here, or if daddy is not going to be here, husband or boyfriend is going to be here. And in Nigeria, there's something that is very funny where, if a guy invites a lady out for a date, the guy has to buy her an outfit, pick her up, or send her money to transport herself, then still pay for the date, pay for all the food. And so I don't know, maybe beauty privileges and all that. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that scenario and that mindset has made the women gender, some of them are already growing up, some of us grow up already feeling like, no, men are there to pick up our bills, so all we need to do is ask. And then when reality stares us in the face, we are sometimes taken aback. And that's, for me, one of the reasons I think men, we need to take charge of our money. But let me hear your opinion as well. The second thing I noted down, I said this is why women need to take charge of money, is that women naturally live longer than men. Even in my country, I think the age expectancy is about 53 for men and about 57. Oh, recently it came to about 56, 57. So it's almost matching. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah. But it's estimated that women live about 5 to 7 years older, longer than their male counterparts. So that made me think like, okay, if this gender lives longer, that means they should plan better for their retirement. They should plan better for their lives. Oh, really? My picture quality is blurring. Really? I'm sorry about that. Is any other person experiencing this? Let me just be sure. Is anybody seeing the video blurred? From my end, I can see, I don't know, it's showing me clear pictures. Please let me know so you can confirm. Temitope, yes, is it clear or blurred? Please let me know. Okay, so we can fix it. From my end, I can see it clearly. So, but I cleaned my camera. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, maybe the network here. Oh my gosh, but can you hear me better? Is this something we can handle? Because I'm out of my normal location. Okay, so it's blurred for everyone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I think it's the location where I am, and I don't really have another place to go. But if you guys, it seems like internet, I hear you fine. Oh really? Yes, I think it's an internet network around the building where I currently am, because I'm not in my city. Okay, I think I heard them mention that also when I came. Some parts of the building don't really have internet. But is it something we can manage? And maybe because of the sound, I really want this to be fixed. Yeah, I think it's internet really. But my internet is good, just that the place where I am now is not kind of. Okay, thank you. All right. So we can go ahead, guys. Thank you so much for bringing that to my notice. I remember that when I came here, I was told that this building kind of doesn't allow network flow or something like that, but I thought it was not going to affect it. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I'm happy you can hear me, so that I don't go looking for another location and then we miss show entirely. Okay, so when I was talking about the age, or what they call that now, the age expectancy difference. So if women live longer than men, in most cases, of course, it's not all the time, right? In most cases, then if there's a gender that needs financial literacy, I think it's women, right? And in kicking off this show, I thought we should look at all of this. Do you think that makes sense? Also, another thing, I hear about this a lot, especially from people in the US and all that, but if it's a thing, then let me know that the gender gap pay, men are paid higher than women in the same situation, location, job role, and all that. Is that true? If that is true, then it points to the fact that more of us need to learn how to manage money. And when I say manage money, it doesn't mean that we don't know how to transact or how to start business in that sense. It just means that we are not socialized to learn or opened up to learn about sustainable wealth, how to make it, how to grow it, how to invest it, and how to enjoy it in that sense. Okay. Okay, so those are 3 points. Also, I think another reason why we need to get more women on board, financial freedom, investment, and all that, is that more women are becoming breadwinners, guys. Unlike in my grandparents' days, more women were comfortable depending on their husbands, and their children were always, comfortable. We are raised that way. And even though, yes, it's impacted how we grew up, but we can see before our eyes, our generation is so different. The generation coming is even far more independent. And there's a thing happening with gender, as much as we would like to deny it. There's a decline in male, how do I explain it so that I don't misconstrue it? Even though this is not supposed to be a gender thing, everybody's welcome here. My husband is here, right? There's a decline in how much expectations you can put on a man providing everything. The times have changed. We are no longer in the days where a man have to slave and pay every bill. Even though he's still working for some people, but so many more women are breadwinners. In fact, up to 40% more women today in households are breadwinners. So if we have more people coming from homes where their women, their mothers are sole breadwinners or are absolute breadwinners, even with the presence of their dads. And of course, that is doing something to the psyche, where people are going to grow up finding their own money, whether they are male or female, right? Now, have you ever felt overwhelmed about managing money, making money decisions? Please let me know in the comments. If money is something that gets very overwhelming for you as well as it does for me, please let me know in the comments. Do you feel like, oh my God, I wish somebody else plans for me and I don't have to keep every day planning what to do, where to put money, what not to buy, all of those things? Please let me know in the comments. The money issue is such a huge topic, and that's why I'm taking 30 days to go ahead. Please, Karen, Temitope, are you guys in for our money talk? Because I need to slate you on one of these days. Please let me know. Please say yes, okay? And everyone coming on the show, please, all you need to say, yes, I'm in to go live with you, and we can talk about a convenient date for you, yeah, from tomorrow till about 29th of March. Okay, Karen said, I'm better handling my own money. Oh, great. That's amazing. That's amazing, okay? Okay, now let me look at some of the mistakes that I have seen that more women are making with money. One of the biggest of them is that, I talked about it in the beginning, relying on other people. As in, there are more women in my side of the world, though, that feel like I don't need to do much to get money. I'm a woman. So in their head, there's this female privilege. Men will always pick up my bill. That mindset is dangerous, if you ask me. Very dangerous, and so we seem to put ourselves in there. Our financial security is in that a man will pick it up, a boyfriend will come along, a husband will come along. Like if we finally get married, we can lift our legs up and just relax because he can handle it. And then it's also part of the reason why there's a lot of divorce, because some people get into marriages and then they discover that this guy is just like a regular guy like me. He's also trying his best to make ends meet, and ends may not be meeting, and I might need to work, I might need to do extra this, and then they get frictions, they start getting frictions and get resentful, and sometimes the conversations blow up and blow out and then blow out the marriage. Money is the number one thing that causes divorce. When I found out, it was strange for me, because I thought it was like infidelity and all that. Don't mind me, church girl syndrome. Like I thought it was maybe infidelity that causes the highest breakups, but I found out it was money. And I'm like, now this is why we need to have this conversation. And I'm happy that Karen is here, and she actually talked about the fact that she's better off handling her own money. This is something we need to teach more women to take care of. That whole somebody is coming to. Oh my gosh, the internet is really crazy, guys. Can you hear me, please? This internet just went to reconnect. I have to wait for it to start again. Please, can anyone hear me? Please, can you still hear me? I just need to manage this internet tonight and find a solution before the next show No response. I'm not sure anybody can hear me at this point. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should. I don't know why you're still really. There's really no place to go. Oh, okay. Kemi, okay. So you can hear you. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, great. So let's go. So the second other mistake I see, please also let me know what are the mistakes that you think that most women are making. Okay, so the second mistakes I found out that a lot of us make, apart from depend on other people for financial security, is that a lot of women don't like to invest. Yes, I know that a lot of people will say, oh, I've tried investing, I lost my money, or I didn't make the right decision. Sometimes those investments where you lose money are not really investments in their own right, which is why when it happens, it becomes glaring that it's also because of ignorance of how the financial institutions work or the financial tools work. Because investments cannot make you lose money in that sense if you understand the right way to do it. So the right way to do it is the education a lot of women lack, where to actually put money, how to grow your money, which kind of investment resources are available. Even talking to the bankers about, okay, what are the packages, how can I, getting financial advice is something a lot of women think is a men thing. Do you think so too? Because I also used to think like that till just a few years ago. Like, why are people discussing money? Do you understand? Even things like buying a house, even buying your own car, a lot of people shy away from it. Yeah, I think fear of losing money hinders women from investing. Yes, but you can't really lose money in an investment. It rarely. So it comes back to, that means part of the things we're going to talk about in this 30 days is which places can you invest? What kind of packages? Is it mutual funds? Is it stock? Is it high interest savings account? Whatever. So that we can get the right tools, right? The right tools that we can invest, that we can use to invest, so that we don't make the mistakes of losing our money. Because most places where people lose money are either Ponzi schemes, cryptocurrency, volatile platforms that are not, or sometimes even a susu like contribution, and then somebody runs away with the money. Those things are not safe. But I mean safe investment portfolios. And I've done some videos on this channel where I've actually educated on those instruments and vehicles of investment. So we're going to dig into it also in the discussion. Thank you for also contributing, guys. Please, I need these more discussions. Okay. Another mistakes I think we make is that more women go for a job, for instance, and they don't negotiate their salary. Let me give you guys an example. I once was asked to come work as a director of operations in an organization, a very big organization in Nigeria. That was the second to the last organization I worked in before I decided to go full-scale entrepreneurship. So by 2012, I was called to, I was recommended for the job, so I came, and I was supposed to negotiate my pay. And in my head at that time, in my small money brain that time, I felt like I negotiated really good, even though they didn't give me exactly what I was asking, but it was like 50%, 50,000 naira less that they agreed to, and I still felt okay, it's a good deal, because I was coming from where I wasn't earning up to half of that, so I agreed. But let me tell you, 3 weeks after I started, a guy was employed who was paid 3 times my income. 3 times, because he understood bargaining, he understood negotiation. We were paid. I was given an official car, a Mercedes for that matter. I was given a hotel accommodation where I stayed for 1 year, but my salary was low. I couldn't even maintain the car, and I didn't realize my salary was low until I had resumed the job and started spending and started living that lifestyle. Then I discovered that, girl, this office you're occupying and this money you're earning is not matching. And the guy came and he was paid 3 times. And I was angry at some point, but that goes to say that he understood how money works, or the psychology of it, more than I do. And I really don't want women to be in the shoes where I used to be, right? Negotiating your salary before you start off, you have to have a good sense of understanding of your time, your worth, your knowledge, what you bring to the table, to be confident enough to negotiate money. And that's something I think we need to use this platform, this 29 days remaining, to discuss. So also fees in general, you're selling services up to today. A lot of people are like I'm a publisher. I'm in a new city today because I came, to close certain deals, to work with some CEOs, to do some book interviews for CEOs. That's actually why I'm not in my city. And up to today, I know that some people still struggle with fee. Okay, I mentioned my fee, and this is what I think it will be good for me to be able to do this job, but I'm still scared that they're going to price me. And of course, the people will price you and feel like, oh my gosh, these XYZ people are not charging that way. So, and you are afraid that, oh my gosh, I need to get this client, I need this money. Up to 2 days ago, a friend of mine was telling me, how do you get people to pay? Because I don't want to lose them. At the same time, they're not agreeing to my fee. I know, I was there. 2012, 2013, I was there. Like, I was there until the client told me, girl, after I had done his job for 9 months, he was like, girl, you charge me too low. My brain opened, and I'm like, seriously, this is somebody being very sincere. You charge me too low. You gave me way too much value for too small money. And women, we do that a lot to ourselves. Can we have these conversations? Can we have, a place where we can say, okay, this is the reason why I'm charging this. This is the value I'm bringing. This is the value my services are bringing. Like, I'm today out of town marketing the fact that as a busy professional, as an academic, as a CEO, as a leader, you've done so much work in the last 20, 30 days, 30 years, and it is not documented in any book. You don't have a framework, an online course where people can learn from your brain, and you also make money and become an authority. And I say, no, that's what I'm selling. I want to help you tell your story. I want to help you leave a legacy, put your footstep in the sand of time. You don't just disappear. And that helping people do that without them actually writing or having to bother about their head, by sitting down with my team and they're cracking this out and we do all of the job, is not small value. It runs in millions. But some people will still call it like 500,000 to do it and then struggle all the way. And most times it's women. Right? So I think that negotiating our fee, knowing the value we bring, is something we need to talk about. Kemi says, I also think women are too emotional. Yes. Too much. Oh, I don't want to hurt. In fact, one lady told me, oh, this lady, you need to please give me discount for this lady because she's my pastor's wife. Excuse me, do you know how much churches are making every day? Do you know how much churches are making every day? How? She will spend, so you prefer that she buys a Birkin bag of hundreds of millions, and then she wants a book that will outlive her and give value forever. She doesn't want to pay for it. So we're too emotional for the wrong reasons in that sense, because emotions are good. Men also have emotions, but we use our emotions the wrong way. So that's also something that we need to turn from our weakness to our strength. You also said we make financial decisions emotionally, and that doesn't play well. Exactly. Oh, my friend said we should put money here. It will yield. No, ask the right questions first before you put your money there. Who is this company? This company that is collecting our money, are they registered? Do they have an EFCC? If you're in Nigeria, do they have an EFCC documentation? Who is the founder? All of those questions you have to ask. What is their capital base? You have to ask the right questions. You can't just give your money to anybody, and then when they run away with your money, you say, oh, yes, I see this all the time in Nigeria in particular, where scammers come and set up a system, and then it's mostly women that lose money. I've never lost money because my own fear. I really okay. I've lost money in an MLM. That what they call that now? That MLM that everybody was in Nigeria, and because of my brother. And I joined just a few days before it crashed, because for years we were earning money, and I just thought no. Then all of a sudden I just put in money. A few months later, the thing packed up and everybody lost everything. I didn't lose a lot of money, so I moved on. I moved on. So yes, we need to talk about the fact that our emotions are not for. It shouldn't remove our reasoning. Yes. Another mistake is that we hardly invest in having multiple streams of income. Now let me explain this, because I know that also more women have different things that they are doing in that sense, but different things that they are busy doing that is not bringing in income. When I say income, I don't mean that you just work. You have to bring somebody before it pays. Is a lot of energy. I mean income that you can bank on, different streams of income that you can bank on, not little amount here and there, right? And there are so many other mistakes I see. Thank you, Kemi, for flagging other mistakes that I didn't even think about, because that is so real, right? Now, I also want to ask, which of these mistakes have you made before? Which of these mistakes have you made sincerely? Like, let's laugh at ourselves together, because I'm laughing at myself. I didn't really used to invest anything till just a few years ago when I started Piggyvest. In fact, I also used to think that big money is like men, it's for men. How will you want to be talking about buying land and building Airbnb? I used to bottle them in my mind. I wasn't vocal about them because I until I started to learn and unlearn those mistakes. Okay, and of course, I really grew up not learning about money at all till into my 30s, which is crazy. That's why if you see the way I'm raising my 3 daughters, you think that we are running a business school, not a parenting and child destiny. They know. They know. They understand how to make money right now. My children are teenagers. 3 of them are teenagers, and then the last one is 7. The last one that is 7 is even picking up faster. She's very, very astute about money, about how to make money. Why you need people relationship, because if you don't greet somebody good morning, auntie, when you see them, how would you be able to sell them and say, auntie, I made this bead, you can buy it for your daughter? If you don't greet them and then you come up with something to sell, will they buy? For instance. So I teach those things and they get it. All right. Okay, I thought I had another comment. So please, you guys should keep the comment coming. If you don't want to tell me the mistake you've made, I'll keep telling you my own. Don't worry. So how do we take charge of money? Please, how do we think that more women should take charge of money? Get to learn about creating wealth. See, guys, I once worked with a boss who I mentioned it on this channel, who was 8 years younger than I was. She was 24 at the time I was working under her, and I was 32 at that time. And she had managed money way years before that time. I don't mean just more money. This was somebody that owns that owned 6 businesses: a boutique, a back to school concierge service. She had a hotel, she had a school, she had a restaurant, and there were even more than 6. She had driven every car you can think about, like luxury cars. She drives them 2 years, she drops and goes, right? She was in all her sites where she was building or renovating and all that. Of course, some part of it was also family wealth. She was handling and was in charge of contractors on the field. I watched her, handle the carpenters, the masons, the contractors, and I used to be in awe, like, oh my gosh, how did she get this training where she's so confident dealing with all of these men, painters, everybody, handling, telling them exactly what to do, very good with interior. She's one of my top role models today, but she doesn't even know. Like, I love her dress, her work ethic. And I said 24 at that time. So it means that before she was a teenager, she used to even say it, that when she was schooling, abroad, she was always working after, as a student, and her dad was the kind of person who always taught them financial management from start. Like, you hand over responsibilities to you and you have to get it right. So I saw that model. I think this works, and I'm using it on my own children today because I don't want them to be as illiterate as I was as a teenager and and somebody in my 20s. I had zero knowledge about how money worked till my 30th birthday or so, and that is not good enough, guys. So one thing I think we should do is we need to be clear about our numbers. Numbers. Somebody used to talk about numbers in the Chisom used to talk about numbers a lot, and I love it for her because, of course, she's an accountant, but beyond that, it is so true. The first time I learned about being conscious of numbers was a course I attended. I paid top dollar for that course, and I love it. I talk about her all the time. Stephanie Obi, she's also a Nigerian content creator, online course creator. She's the number one as online course creator because she's the best, and I learned from the best, right? Stephanie Obi was the first person that made me conscious of numbers when it comes to money. So when I say get clear about your numbers, how much do you want to make? If you set out to do something, how much do you want to make? It helps you decide how much should my service or product go for, and then how many of it will I sell to be able to break even and hit my money goal, right? So I learned that, and I became conscious of it since then. So as women, we must get clear on our financial goals, numbers, by first of all learning to track our income. How much are we realistically making? How much are you realistically making? Also, what are you spending on? This one is tricky. If you don't track what you're spending on, when I did mine, I discovered that I spent more money on internet data, apart from food, of course. And I'm like, internet data, it had to pay off oh. Internet data is so expensive in Nigeria. Excuse me, what is not expensive in Nigeria is actually getting even harder to be a citizen of Nigeria, living in Nigeria. It looks like it's cheaper now to live outside Nigeria. Well, that's a topic for another day. But you have to track your expenses. It will help. See, your eye will clear. It will be so, you'll be so shocked what you will find if you track every income and what you spend on. Do that. You have to know these numbers at the tip of your hand. I'm learning it myself. I started last year to begin to say, okay, and all of that. I track everything now. Transfers I make, I label them. I check my monthly records every time. Also, the debt. If you are owing someone, please be conscious of it. Track it. I try my best not to be in debt. The only people I think I owe sometimes is MTN, because I can borrow data and then return later. I try not to be in debt. I try. See, I had a personal family incident that made me decide that no, I'm not ever going to owe anybody. And I don't mean that I can't take like facilities to build stuff like bank loans. That will come. But right now I haven't done it, so I don't owe anybody. Because you know why I would do that one? Because if you're going to do something big, you can't do it with your own money. You have to do it with other people's money. Yes. So what do we get there? Track your debts, the people you're owing. Then of course your savings. I had some time a few months ago, where I had to clear almost all my savings. The only one I didn't clear was the one in my pound sterling account, my pound account. Okay. And that was because of something major that was family, and I felt bad for myself. And I'm rebuilding it. I'm rebuilding it, guys. So never in your life do stuff arbitrarily with your money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, also, the next thing you have to do, apart from tracking all of these numbers, income, expensive, debt, savings, is please build an emergency. My hair is flying. Build an emergency fund. I've done the video on it on this channel. Please go and watch it. Exactly how to do it is on this channel. Go build an emergency fund. What is an emergency fund? Look at, after you have tracked how much you spend realistically in a month, use the highest amount of what you spend in a month, multiply it by 6, which is your 6 months income. Whatever amount you get, you have to work towards saving that amount and keeping it away without touching it. That becomes your emergency fund. It means that if anything happens to you now and you can't work, you can't do anything, you can live for 6 months before at least help comes or something. That's what it means. Emergency fund is not for solving problems that are irregular. Emergency fund is for emergencies in that sense. Like you need to have a quick surgery and there's no money anywhere. It comes to your rescue. There's just something like, it has to be something life-threatening before you touch that money. See, emergency funds, you don't touch it though. You don't touch it unless there's something life-threatening for your life. So if you have dependent like children, have an emergency fund for them as well. Yes, please. That's the next thing I think you should do for us to take charge of our wealth. I'm doing this as I'm telling you. If I'm not doing them or I've not started, I will not be telling you guys. I will not. My husband is on this stream. There's certain money that I keep, he doesn't know, unless there's need for it, and they're not even emergency for. Unless there's need for it, I'll say okay, I'll check here. By the time I go, 1 app, 2 apps, 3 apps, and apps are such a lifesaver, guys. They will help you automate your savings, help you automate your income, help you. I use the PiggyVest app for people in Nigeria. I don't know which other countries it works in, but that's what I know. If you check in your country, there are also apps that work in your region. I use PiggyVest. It helps you invest. It helps me save. It helps me save lock money for a long time, and the interests are so interesting. And you see win some other bonuses, and I mean it's such an amazing platform. Another platform I use is Rent Money. I use the Rent Money app. That is my latest, also to save away some income. And of course, I have high interest saving accounts that give me money all the time. I remember I run it in EcoBank. EcoBank is such a sweet bank. That was my very first account when it was Oceanic Bank. My friends used to laugh at me then, like, this bank is not so techy, but that bank has come through for me every other time. That's me. I'm just telling you my own. So also please find the right platforms to use. Yeah. Kemi said the little expenses drain the money back fast. So tracking your expenses avoids shock. Absolutely. It also keeps us in check. You've said it all. Yes, that's the truth. Okay. Now, so while you're building on your emergency fund, another thing I think we should do to track our income, please, if you have questions, this is the right time to put it. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe as well. Please ask your questions so that I don't miss them by the time I'm done. As we're wrapping up, the next things are going to be questions. Please drop them. Any question is welcome. Any question is welcome, including where did I get my hair, all of that. Don't see, on this stream, we don't just, we are not restricted, even though, of course, we keep our respect on everything, all that, and we follow the guidelines of YouTube, but there's nothing out of bound, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask this now because we are talking about women's money. No, please ask, go ahead and ask, okay? Now, the next thing, of course, we need to do is start investing. For you to start investing, I think you should go to your bank, any bank you currently use. Ask for the investment banker right there. Because you hold an account there, you have the right to sit down with the investment banker and ask all the questions. Ask them to explain to you like a primary school child. Understand all the packages they have. Ask them that you want to know where to put your money so that it can yield high interest, high collaterals, whatever it is that is high for you. Let them explain it to you, all the instruments to you. You'll be shocked what you'll find. All of these banks have it, but very few people ask them. So they're going around looking for those same people, and most of them are men. Please, guys, start investing. Start investing. Please write investments if you're with me on this journey. Write investment, mutual funds, stocks, all of them, real estate, buying gold as well is a good investment, buying commodities, art. I'm telling you, the ones that high network individuals do, you don't want to miss it, okay? Equity, buying of companies and making them prosper and then cashing out. I mean, there are different levels, guys. Beyond the banker's own facilities, go and ask your bankers questions. Okay. The next thing I think we should do, of course, is create multiple income streams. That same business that you do. Remember what I told you guys? I started my company in 2009. I was freelancing. I was broke. I was all of that. If you watched my 30 days this thing, you would have heard all my story about how I started. And I was just doing editing and proofreading. So people must have to have written their books before they bring it to me and all that. And I'm working as a one-man show till after a while I expanded my team and all that. And it was so difficult for me to outsource and all that, all those good things. But today I'm selling one product, majorly one product. I'm focusing on people who are busy but are very content dense because they have had so much experience in their lives and in their careers, and all they need is if somebody can help me with this burden and just get my book out so that I become a thought leader, so that people can read from me, so that people can learn from these things I've been through. I'll be so glad. Those are the people that we are focusing on. Not like we have left editing and proofreading, we still do that, but remember what I said, the power of one and focus. We are focusing on being helps for this category of people. And of course, we are doing ghostwriting and all of that for different platforms. So what income stream are you looking at? I also have real estate investments. We actually have an off-plan three detached duplex that we are doing, four actually that we are doing. And by I mean I and my husband and all that, my husband's company and all that. So you have to have your money, guys, ladies. We need to have our money, guys. Right here, if you're a guy listening to me, please drop a comment. Let me give you a shout out because you're a superman, you're an amazing man. Drop a comment, let me know. So questions, I'm not seeing the questions coming through, okay, but I'm almost rounding off. So multiple streams of income, and the good thing is that you can create multiple streams of income from that same thing that you're doing currently. Now, it is from my editing and proofreading business. I was making money from editing, proofreading. Then I started teaching people the business of editing and proofreading. So I have an online course that has become a whole academy that is called Editors Business School. People go and take that course today. I don't have to be really involved that much, and I make an extra income. So what I'm trying to say, you can make extra income from the same thing you're doing, right? I have a book coming out in that sense, for that community of people as well that will serve them. I'm also writing a book for CEOs who need to write books and why they need to, take it seriously. That's what you can make different income from the same thing that you're doing. I made these t-shirts. Look at this t-shirt. I live the Men Code movement. If you know my men channel, the Men Code movement here on YouTube, this is a t-shirt that, in fact, this is one of the designs that we have. We have about 8 designs that we have been selling since 2018. It's another money stream. Yes. So guys, I'm not telling you something I don't do. Okay, keep the questions coming. So multiple streams of income. That is not that, oh, my boyfriend has promised me. That is not the one from men alone. Am I saying don't depend on men, or if men give you something, don't collect, or if your husband shouldn't fund you? Baby girl. You are as baby girl can be. You are the investment, so your guy should invest in you. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Remember that when you have your own money, even your guy has a backup, because if you don't have money, the man is vulnerable. Yes, he might be showering you with blessing when gifts and all that. When will you gifts? That's the question. So also matching order, we need to get financial education, which is what we can kill, 2 birds with 1 stone. By the time you go to ask about investments, and you're also going to get some financial education, but also read books that talks about money. I don't know why we mention away from money from money talk. Read books that talk about money. Attend online courses that teach about money literacy. Very important. Okay, so it's that time when we ask questions. I wanted it to be 45 minutes. It's just 4 minutes to 45 minutes, so I'm going to take questions. The best time you would, yes, but the next best time is right now. You as a woman, and which man is with me on this journey, wife, to be financially formidable. That's the word that came to me. You want them to be financially formidable. If you're with me, let me know in the comments. Say I'm in, guys. Link, welcome. This is Harmony series with Chisom, and today is episode 1. So you are in luck. We are meeting here every day by this same time, 9 p.m. Lagos time, every day till March 29th. You see that you're in luck. Welcome to the stream. Where are you watching from? Drop in a comment as well. Please, do you have any questions on money and mistakes people make about money? Questions around anything, please take the time to ask it. We have 2 more minutes to go. That is if I don't see questions, we have 2 minutes to go. But if we have questions, I'm going to talk about them. And I've shared my personal experiences here as well. And remember that if you look at the comment section, you're going to see that thanks with a heart, and you're going to see a currency sign. That is a sign that you can give to this channel some supers. Go ahead and support this channel with a super. A super is a sticker that you can actually buy. When you purchase it, what you're doing is you're giving me money, actually YouTube and I, money to support this channel, and I'll be really grateful if you do that. Also, in the description box of this channel, when you click the title of the video, you're going to go into my description box. You're going to see my membership link. You can become a member of this channel, become a VIP, so your comment comes very, very distinguished, and you get all the perks that come with it. Go ahead and support me through that channel as well. If there are no questions, we'll be wrapping up in the next 2 minutes. Any questions? I would really love to have questions so that I can answer. Linda, any questions for me? Will you be here tomorrow? Folakemi, are you here? Okay, Fola has dropped. Okay. Temitope, are you still here? Oh, Temitope have not left me and run away. Hi, Karen, are you still driving? Are you still listening? Hi, my baby boo. Dr. Tibeke, are you still here? Yeah, I love this stream tonight. Okay, let me read Kemi's question or substitution. I studied economics education. Oh, powerful, with over 10 years experience, but currently working in the social service sector. Okay, apart from online teaching, what streams of income can you advise me? Oh, great. Apart from online teaching, okay. So economics is something that is very broad. So I think that you can coach business owners, that is small business owners, on how to keep their books. That's accounting. If you have them do accounting, you can also teach them how to keep data. Okay, which is also accounting as well. You can also teach them how to create multiple streams of income from the businesses that they're already doing, and help them and advise them along the way until they can scale it to big income. Right? You might need to get extra skills, and all that, but it's workable. So you can be a consultant. I see, somebody like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I mean, economics, and that can transit to any other profession. It doesn't have to be only business owners. You can do that for lawyers who want to start their own firms or who have started their own firms. You can choose a sector. That's what I'm trying to say, and try to help lawyers to find the money in their profession. You know what I mean? You can decide to choose doctors who want to go into business, and all that. So you can help people, you can help them to find the money in their sector. So you be a consultant, they pay you for your time, for your advice. You can pay you to sit in within their board meetings or their their planning meetings or management meetings, and then you give them ideas or loopholes that they need to close to make sure that their profits are not leaking. In that sense, you can also write books. Yes, so many books you can write. You can write even books for children, how the children can begin to learn investment, how teenagers can start businesses. So you can even choose the demographics, like maybe you want to provide financial education or economic education for, say, teenagers, and you write a series on investment, managing money, understanding how to sell, marketing, all of that spectrum. Everything that you have in economics, break it down and use real life case studies to write these books. So for me, those are the ones I also know. But of course, as well, you can teach anywhere. You can, but I know that if I say teach in a Nigerian like school, you're not going to make a lot of money. So you can teach online. So I've come back to that online that you didn't want to hear. A lot, like I run this channel, is a money channel, and I didn't study economics. I didn't need to. I'm just sharing my money knowledge. I'm just a content creator, talking about my money journey, right? Yeah, those are the ones that come to mind easily. But I know that a lot of people need your skill. A lot of people need the solution you bring, right? So also prayerfully go around it and ask, think over it, and also go ahead. And again, in today's world, it's not also really about what you studied. It's about what you can do. So when you come somewhere, people say, "Oh, what did you study?" The next thing will be, "What can you do? What can you help us do?" So if you also learn to identify problems in organizations, strategic problems, and you can solve them, you can work anywhere really. You can also negotiate your fee how you want it, because they know that you can help them plug these holes that are where our income is leaking, or you help them set new business frontiers or create new products or new services that they didn't even see, that kind of thing. So you have to be from strategy to consultancy to guiding, like coaching is what you can help people do. Yeah. So what do you think about it? Any of them strikes a bell? Kemi, does any of them seem like something you would like to do? Or you've thought about? Okay, any more questions? Kemi, I want to know if I was able to answer your question. Did I provide some kind of guide? The social service company where you work, you don't love it, you don't like the work, or the pay is not good, maybe. Because it depends on what you're doing for them. What do you do for them in the social service sector? What do you actually do? Yeah. Okay, great. I'm happy to know that I gave you some ideas. Okay. Any more questions from any other one? Kemi, you can also ask more questions or more clarity. We can think it together, right? I have more 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so any in the absence of any other question, Kemi, do you have any other question? I will answer, and any other one with any other person with another question, I will take them. Okay, so we're wrapping up. Please make sure that after this live stream, you watch other videos. There are so many things that could clear the questions on your mind that I may already have spoken about in any video. Please go ahead and have fun. Watch more videos. Share my videos to someone. Support your girl, and please be here tomorrow. I will look out for you. Trust me. Everybody on this stream tonight, you better know I'm going to look out for you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Lagos time. Please don't leave me here in the cold, okay? Don't leave me here in the cold alone, okay? Okay, so if there are no more questions, I'd like to say thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. And please come with your questions. I like to have a lot of questions to answer. Come with your questions tomorrow. We're going to deal with our mindset. Yes, I guess you know that that's very important. We're going to do about mindset. I have a lot of stories to tell you, a lot of personal stories to share with you tomorrow, guys, about this money mindset thing. Oh gosh, please come ready to also share. Please don't feel like, oh my god, I don't want to be vulnerable here, I don't want people to laugh at me. Please come ready to share. We are all in this together, okay? And please, if you want to come live with me any of the days in March, please reach out to me. Don't keep quiet, guys. Don't keep quiet, lady. And it's open to both women and men, okay? Let's go live together. Share all. We'll come up with a topic that suits you, or a storytelling pattern that suits you, so you don't have to be afraid that I'm going to ask you very difficult questions. No. Okay, please reach out and let me plug you in one of the dates so that I can begin to announce it also ahead of time. Thank you so much. Goodbye from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Bye. Oh my gosh.